What's up, YouTube family? I feel like every time I record, I say the same thing. It's been a long time, so we're not even gonna say that this time. We just gonna keep it. We family at this point. Y'all know I be going through stuff. Life has been life, and I had to go out of town because there was a death in my family. So that took me about 2 weeks, so I wasn't able to record, but we back. We at the crib. And I was like, okay, what are we going to talk about? Do I want to talk about credit? Do I want y'all to be in my business, seeing I'm always in y'all business? Like, what do I want to talk about? And honestly, I don't even know. There's so much that have been going on. I don't even know. So I guess we're just going to be nosy and be in my business, and I'll tell you guys what I've been up to, some lessons I've learned, and yeah, let's just get into it. It's your girl K650 Credit, and we're talking about I don't know. We're gonna see as this episode rolls, but it's elevating with K, and y'all know how we do. We go through life with me, one step at a time. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. So I went home to Connecticut for 2 weeks because my sister, unfortunately, we don't share the same mother, but her mother had unfortunately transitioned, which was super hard. Never really knew that I would be doing that in my life, and that was a big eye opener, just for like multiple things in my life, things that I guess I don't really pay attention to, things that I probably take for granted. So that was tough. If you guys have a mom and you know your mom's still with you, go hug on her, go love on her, go be with her, because we really never know. And that was a hard pill to swallow when I was home. But as I was home, I realized a couple things. Y'all, your girl has been slacking. Like, let's just call a spade, and I don't know about you guys, but this year has been really freaking hard for me. Like, I feel like I've been on a roller coaster. If you go back to like some of my previous videos, you will see that I was like, I'm turning 30. I'm having a hard time turning 30. I turned 30. It's so magical. And then all hell just broke loose. Like, I just feel like life has just been like a whirlwind. But the crazy thing is, when y'all hear me say that, right, it's been like a whirlwind. It's not been a whirlwind of like stuff that like I'm like, this is about to break me. It's been a whirlwind of like internal stuff that's really requiring me to dig a little deep, like dig in my soul. Like, and I've never done this much work with myself ever. Like, I've never had a reason to do this much self-work. And baby, listen, if you guys don't get anything from this season, we've been talking a lot about me and my mental. I want you guys to go get your mental right, because you're going to need it. Like, life has a funny way of telling you things that you don't really want to hear at the worst time. So at least I'm preparing you guys to know that life is gonna life. Things are going to get hard, and you need to be equipped. I lost a bunch of money this year. I went through a bunch of weird stuff this year. Business was super hard this year. Like, it just was a hard year, but I am in the most joy of my life. Like, I am at peace. It sounds crazy because I just told you I lost a bunch of money. I lost a bunch of people. Weird stuff has been happening, but I seem to be having the time of my life in the process. And that to me makes me know that like whatever I'm doing is working, right? Therapy, getting back with God, like all of that stuff is working. But yeah, that's kind of like what I've been thinking about this year, like things that have kind of been like on my heart. But I honestly, what I did do is me and my mom went to go buy a car. And let me tell you guys, because I think that a lot of people can benefit off of knowing this, is that when you buy a car, you go in the dealership and they think that you don't know no better, right? They think that you're just like dumb, right? So a lot of times when my mom makes these big purchases in life, or she does big things, she always takes me with her. So I was fortunate enough to be able to go and buy a car with her. And one of the things when we were buying the car is I walked in and I said to the guy, I said, listen, we don't need, this is me like straight to the point, right? What is on my nose? I'm sorry, guys. Jeez. I just went straight to the point. I said, listen, we don't need all the fluff. I don't want unnecessary fees. We need gap insurance and that's it. All the other stuff y'all about to say, we don't need. And they looked at me like, okay. And he was like, oh, no. So, of course, they print out this paper and they're like, oh, just sign it. Listen, don't listen to anybody saying just sign something, right? When you go to the dealership, don't just sign nothing. Read it detail by detail, line by line, because they be putting fees in there that they think that you're just gonna just sign, and now all of a sudden you just sign a bunch of BS that's not supposed to be there. So whenever you're going to purchase a car, as if you get a salesman like, oh, just sign this and we just need to run your credit. No, I'm gonna look at this before you run my credit, and we're gonna make sure it do what it do. The second thing is, don't just let them people run your credit. Ask them, hey, how many times are you gonna run my credit? What is the reason for you running my credit more than one time? And how many banks are you going to be looking for when you run my credit? Because they'll tell you they're only running your credit once. Then you go look at your credit report a couple days later, realize they ran it 7-8 times because they're shopping around. And then what I also noticed is when I went there, the guy was like, oh, I have like a banker friend and he always wants me to send 72 months to him or 84 months to him. So that made my antennas go off, right? That means to me that you're not even really trying to shop around for the best interest rate for me. You're trying to make sure you keep your relationships up, right? That your banker friend over there is going to get this loan because y'all buddies. Just like, in any other business, I get it, but you won't get my mama. So that's another thing. Ask questions. When you go there, be like, hey, what bank do you usually refer to? Why do you send people there? What's the reason? Are the interest rates lower? Are they competitive? I want to know all the details because these people think that you just don't know nothing. Like you don't know no better, and you do. You absolutely do because you watch this video, right? So, my mom already went in there because she listened to me all the time. Like, hey, I want to use my credit union. I said you should use your credit union, Mom, because the thing is, when we went in there and the guy, started talking about his banker friends and all that stuff, they were like, oh, we can get you a loan for 14%. 14%? What? No. That's crazy. My mom has A1 credit, like A1, right? I'm her daughter. Of course she has A1 credit. So I'm like, Mom, go through your credit union. 14% is too high. I know you can get it lower. Your credit is like a 750. There's no way that you need to be paying, to me, more than 7%. So guess what she did? She pulled up to her credit union, one inquiry, and she was able to secure a loan for 7%, right? Her credit union, where she's have established a relationship over the years, were more than welcome to give her a loan for 7%. Mind you, Mr. Banker guy, finance manager at the car dealership said that, oh, I can get you a loan for 14% or whatever he was trying to say. No. So I'm telling y'all, the relationship with credit unions are always going to be more clutch when you're trying to buy a car, because they're going to give you a better interest rate, and credit unions have a thing like they're for the people. They want to work with their members because they want you to keep doing business with them. The car dealership is just trying to sell a car. They're going to try to fast talk you. They're going to try to make you feel like you can't get a better deal, but you know better because you're watching this. So don't get swindled by them. Like, you could always get a better rate, especially if you have great credit. They think A1 credit is anything between a 690 and above. If you got a 690 and above, there's no reason why you're paying 14% for an auto loan, especially when you have a credit union. If you don't have a credit union, make sure that this is a reminder that you should absolutely go get you a credit union. So my mom was able to get this fly car. I think it's basic, but I always want souped up things, but it's perfect for her. And I'm actually really proud of her. If you guys been following my journey and know anything about my mama, she's had an interesting life of her own, but to see her prosper, and she got herself a new place, she getting a new car, she just really I'm proud to be her daughter. Like, I'm proud that I'm able to instill some things that I'm learning and allow her to use them and implement them in her life. And I feel like she's doing a little better than me in the credit world at this point. So it's just exciting that I can be a reason why she's proud to go and purchase things, and she's able to do it because she knows she has the credit. She knows she's doing right by her finances, and I'm able to be there and support her and help her. And don't let these people swindle her. So we were able to get a loan cheaper because we know better. We are not walking into dealerships stupid because we know better. And we're not signing anything because they want us to sign it because we know better. So I guess I'll leave you guys with that. That's what my week in Connecticut was about. I helped my mom buy a car. I went there for, unfortunately, something that wasn't so great, but we made the best of it. And now I'm back home, and I feel blessed. I feel honored. I feel like God is doing some amazing things with me, inside of me, and just continually keeping up my faith and knowing that next year is going to be a year of greatness, because this year was such chaos. But I love y'all, and I'm sorry I keep making y'all wait for these episodes, but life has really just been kind of like throwing some curveballs at me, but all good. God be the glory. I love y'all. See you in another episode.